Welcome to class. Just in case we get snowed out, I decided to do a video of the first day of class so that we can hit the floor running on Wednesday. And if you miss the first day of class, this will also help you get up to speed fairly quickly. So, welcome. This is Business 101. I hope you know a little bit about Blackboard because we do quite a bit of the course in Blackboard. So, I'll take you for a tour, I'll tell you a little bit about the course, and we'll get to know each other a little bit. So the first thing you want to do is go to Start Here and read, read the syllabus, read about getting your computer ready for class, and then here's some help with Blackboard and technology. We will be spending most of our time in class sessions, though. So let me take you there, and we'll go from there. Now, the very first thing, since we're a video class and we have 3 classrooms connected, we sometimes have technology issues. So, in case the lights go out, here is a texting service that I'd like everybody to sign up for so that I can send you all a message. Now, the nice thing about this particular service is you don't have to give out your phone number. I don't have to give out my phone number. So if you'll just follow the instructions on this, and we will go from... About that, I have 4 puppy dogs, so they were getting vocal as somebody came in the house. So, where was I? We were talking about this texting service that I have. So, what will happen is I will be able to text you. You won't be able to text me back, but there's a chat on it. So, if you have a question or anything, you just hit the chat, and it'll come through my phone. I think we're good to go with that. We had a couple of outages last semester. I'm just trying to make sure that we have contact one way or the other. Usually when we have an outage, we lose telephone and we lose the internet. So that's why we're going to try using cell phones to stay in contact so that you know what's going on at the time. The other thing right below that are communication tools. We will probably use today's Meet as a chat also, and we may use a course communication page, which is on Padlet. And more about that later. But I wanted you to know that they were there. Now, when you go into, this is where we'll do most of our work, as I said, class session. Session 1 is week 1, and we're going to look at chapter 1. But I add something to the course, and that's our weekly agenda. And that will show you what we're going to do on Monday, what we're going to do on Wednesday, and what we're going to do on Friday. This particular week, we're going to do our orientation today. We're going to cover chapter 1 on Wednesday. And we're going to do the journal assignment, or get started on it, and complete an overview of all the software on Friday. So that's kind of our week laid out. Before you come to class, I would like for you to do a student profile, and that student profile just asks you questions to help me understand how you learn best, one, and to help me understand how busy you're going to be this semester. The other thing I have up here in this session is a video, and this is kind of how I feel about education, and this is what it's a very good video. So when you have time, check it out. Don't ever give up. I never give up on you, so don't you ever give up on yourself. That kind of is what I've got here. Other things in this is this will be where all of your assignments are, and I always have them marked in red so that you'll know, oops, here's where I need to go. So an example of a week is, first of all, this is a study guide for the final. So I would print that out, and as we go through items on that list, put the page number down, and kind of collect data as you go through the course, so it's not that big of a burden when you get to the final. You'll at least know where to go for the information that may be on the final. This week we have a discussion board, and you'll find it right here. We're going to ask you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. Here is, we're going to be using something called My Biz Lab. These are instructions on how to get started with it. I'm also going to go through this week, but in case you don't miss or don't get it all, here's a PDF that will help you. This is what we're going to be doing in the software. We're going to do one study module, and that's asking you questions about the chapter, and then going back and reviewing those questions that you missed. You have to get 75% on this module before you can get to these 3 items. So you have to do this to 75%, and then these will open up for you. This is worth 5 points. You've got a video, and in the video you'll watch and answer questions over. I believe that's worth 5 points. You have a simulation, which gives you options. They'll give you a scenario, and they'll say which way you think you should go on it, and that's worth 10 points. And finally, you have a chapter quiz, and that is worth, I think, 15 points. And it's got a time limit of 30 minutes. We'll see how all of this goes, and maybe have to adjust times and the number of attempts that you can have. But that's basically what you will be doing in the software of this course. Finally, there are 3 journals that you'll have to do, personal journals that will have instructions on how to do them. And I will give as much help as I can for that. So that's kind of a breakdown of what we will do each week in class as far as software is concerned. So let's look at some of the information I have. Here's our agenda. Let me make that a little bit bigger so you can see it. As you can see, I have one of these every week. And I didn't show you that. Let's go back. Make that go down. Right here, see this meeting link? This is a link that you will use each week, because what I end up doing is I use your laptops. I connect via your laptops to show you material that I'm lecturing on, and to show you data out of the book. So you will have to bring a laptop or borrow a laptop from the LRC at your facility, or you can use a tablet. I think a tablet connects fine. Your smartphones would work, but I think they're kind of small for you to be able to really see it. But you can try it if you like. That's entirely up to you. So the meeting link will be in every week's agenda, and all you have to do is click on it and follow the instructions. Now, a lot of times you can, if you're sitting next to somebody who has it up, you can simply, they'll share their view with you, so you don't have to have a laptop up and running. So that kind of lays out. Let me tell you a little bit about the course, and then this will kind of make sense. Okay, so you must bring a laptop. Okay, get one from your LRC or your learning lab if you don't have one. I need you to do that student profile, which will take you to this right here. Make sure you do that. That'll take you to SurveyMonkey, and from there it will ask you questions that will be sent to me. Now, I'm going to, if I were in class, the question I would ask you is one thing you want to know about this this course. So if you're watching this because we are snowed in or you can't get in, please email me that question. What is one question you have about this course? When we get back together on Wednesday, we'll talk about those questions. The scope of the class is basically looking at business, which is the practice of making one's living by engaging in commerce. It's the what, who, where, how, and why of business. We're going to cover all of those. We have a new book. I'm really excited about it. It's a good book. I think you will enjoy it. Laura Lee, one of the students in the class, sent me the question and asked, is it going to be fun? I think we're going to have a lot of fun in this course. So we'll figure out how to make that fun happen. So some things to remember about the course, or about how I teach and my expectations. If you go to start here, and oh my, it's not there. Where did I send that? Interesting. I wonder if I put it in there. Oh, doggone. Things to know, okay? Things to remember. I'll just go to my other course and show you things to know and get that one set up here in a second. So, here we go. Things to know about this course. 1. Attendance is requested. If you miss more than 2 classes, I think your success will be greatly impaired. As we look at it, there's a lot of material to cover, and we do a lot of things in class that will help you cover that material. Last date to withdraw, this is important. No record on your transcript is April 9th. 2016, even though that says 20,156. And make sure that withdrawal doesn't affect your financial aid before you do that. I have an odd policy, maybe different than what most of you have experienced with cell phones or smartphones. You can have them on. You need to have them on vibrate. You can even answer texts. What you can't do, what I would prefer you refrain from, is when I'm trying to help you, or when I'm talking or lecturing, or we're discussing something in class, that you pay attention and don't use your phone at that time. If you become disruptive in class, I'll just ask you to leave for the class, and that'll be it. I know those cell phones are really important to you, and your connection with the outside world is important. So if we don't abuse this, we're going to get along just fine. I have a really hard line on this. I would like for everybody to learn to speak by not swearing. I personally think 4-letter words is an indication of your intelligence level, which would be 4. So let's try to stay respectful in class and try to be very professional. If you're going to miss a class, just email me and let me know. I don't care why. I need to know if you're still engaged in the class and if you plan on coming back. If you're just going to, if you disappear from class, I don't know why. Let me know why so I can help you. Okay. Make sure your email is functioning, because I do email a lot. So check it once a day. If something really important needs to be taken care of, I will probably text you and tell you, read your email. Something important is in there. Plagiarism, I don't think I have to worry about that, but I'm very good at checking and finding who really did what assignments, so please don't cheat. Everything will be kept in Blackboard, and I try to keep your grades current within the week. So if you have any questions, please check your grades and get with me immediately. It's hard to check them at the end of the semester. So you need to be on time for class, okay? Since we're a video class, it's really disruptive when you come and go. The noise level can be somewhat annoying, so try to be on time for class. Same thing about up here, I think I skipped one. Eating. You can have drinks and you can have food. I don't think having food in any of these rooms is an issue, but make sure they're silent foods. When you're eating potato chips, or you're eating Frito-Lays, or eating something crunchy, it really comes through the speakers, and it really bothers people. So please keep that in mind. Subject to change, assignments and the syllabus. I try not to change too much, but sometimes material changes, or there's something that we need to adjust. So that could happen. Number one reason for failing this class, obviously, is getting behind in the work and not being here. So be here and get the work done. You're going to get along just fine. And all the work should be submitted digitally through Blackboard. No paper copy, okay? And then again we go through the dates. So let's move back and go back to our course. I have no idea where that one went. That was interesting. But I will get those in there for you. And here we are back at our course. So I've kind of went through last day to drop and get your money back is the 22nd of January, with last day to withdraw and not have it on your transcript is April 9th. Those are two important dates for you. How to evacuate the building. Here at White County, we're going to go out the door and go to the right. Now, I'm not sure about Crawfordsville or Frankfurt, so please, after you get out of class, make sure you know the evacuation routes if we have to. Probably the most important thing I'm going to tell you today is how to get out of the building, right? So let's look at the syllabus. I've already mentioned we'll have a discussion board, we'll have study modules, we'll have simulations, we'll have videos. There are career journals, there's quizzes each week, and we have a midterm and a final. And the syllabus looks like, if you haven't looked at it yet, looks like this. And here's a breakdown of the grades. 240 points in discussion boards is 24%. The simulations are 10. Study modules are 9. Videos are only 5. So there's only 10 videos. The career journals, which I'll talk about more when we do them so that you can understand them, so don't panic out on me. Quizzes are important. They're 23%. So the quizzes and the discussion boards carry a lot of weight in this course. Make sure you do those. Then you have the midterm and you have the final. And that comes up to 1,000 points, which gives us the traditional grading scale. Other things in the syllabus that are important, well, everything's important, but make sure you have the right book right here. It's a brand new book. It's really a good book. I think you'll like it. And we will be using software called My Biz Lab from Pearson. You can get a hard copy of this through the bookstore. I think it costs you $5.01. Now, I'm teaching out of White County. My supervisor is Nick Varconi. I'm very easy to get a hold of. I'm online almost constantly, so if you email me, you will get a very quick response from me. And we can meet via GoToMeeting if you need to talk with me personally. But I don't think we'll have to do that. I think we're going to be just fine. So your syllabus is standard. I don't think I need to go through that. But you might want to print it and look at the calendar. And the calendar looks like, sounds like, must be, did I not pull that up? I didn't pull it up. So the calendar looks like, we can find it here and start here. There's all kinds of good information in here, by the way. So make sure you explore the course. Here's our calendar. And everything is due on Sunday at 11:59. That means for this week, the first week, by Sunday, you need to have the forum done, you need to have the study module done, you need to have the video done, the simulation, the quiz, and the journal entry. So those all need to be done by Sunday at 11:59. We are actually going to work on this journal a little bit on Friday to make sure I get you started with it. For Wednesday, you need to read Chapter 1 and complete the forum and the study module. Now, those aren't hard due dates, but if I were reading the chapter, I would go ahead and do the study module. It'll go a lot quicker. And the forum, you'll need to kind of get it done early so somebody can comment on it. And that's what we do each week. We do 2 chapters in a couple of weeks. See, here's chapter 9 and 10 we'll do together, and chapter 14 and 15. So there are a couple of places where we'll do 2 chapters at 1 week. So it should keep you busy. You shouldn't have time to get confused whatsoever. Which brings up, please talk to me if you do get overwhelmed. You don't have to buy a book. It is available electronically in the course, and you'll find that in the each session. And I believe it is in the learning activities. So if you go to the learning activities, here's your e-text. It'll take you right there. Also, there's a presentation that kind of walks you through the chapter, which is a good review. We've got PowerPoints for you. And there's a study plan that I will have to check out and see how you might be able to use that. Then obviously we have the multimedia library, which has a lot of videos in it. We'll be doing some articles and videos during the week. So all of this learning activities we will use in one way or the other. Not all of it, but we will use it. So there's your e-book. So you don't have to purchase, or you don't have to carry around a hard copy. Some of you like hard copy, so go ahead and order that 1 for 1 cent. It will be well worth your time. Make sure you bring your laptop, very important. I try not to lecture all the time. I will have to do an overview on Monday of the chapter. Really enjoy working with you. I like for you to discuss. On Wednesday, we're going to do that discussion question. We're going to talk about the discussion question in class, and then you're going to write it up and get it started, because those are worth a lot of points. There's a video that usually goes with the discussion question. We'll watch it and talk about it. And then on Friday, we're going to do a recent current event in business. I'll bring in a video. I do a lot of TEDs. We'll probably do some activities on learning styles, management styles, things of that nature to help you understand your personality for business. So it's going to be a very interactive class, I'm hoping. So put on your talking hat. Okay? I went over the course outline. You probably should print that, although if you do everything that's in Blackboard in that red highlighted link, you will have everything done for each week. Important things, all communication is through email, and all work is turned in via Blackboard. So things to have done by Wednesday, alright, is print the full syllabus, complete the introduction, discussion forum, bring a computer to class, read chapter 1, and do the study lesson. And then watch the video. Don't ever give up, and finish the student profile. And that will wrap it up. So if it's snowing and you're listening to this, please be careful. Otherwise, if you've missed class, this will be a good review for you. See you in class Wednesday.